What's up, guys? Welcome back to Latin Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, I'm really excited because today we're going to be going to one of the oldest sub shops that you could visit here in Orlando. This place has been around since 1958. It is called Gabriel Sub Shop, and I'm super excited to visit them because I actually had no idea they existed. I found out about this place a couple of months back when we did the Badass Sandwiches video. Somebody had messaged me on Instagram, so I'm really excited to try them out, see how the place fares. I do know there's a lot of different toppings and a lot of different meats that you can choose in your subs, but enough talking, I'm starving. Let's go ahead and head out. All right, guys, awesome. We are here. We made it. Everything was extremely fast. I'm actually really excited to try all these out. We ended up ordering 4 different subs. And of course, I got my wife the larger sub. I'm gonna try her sub and then I'm gonna hand it to her, but this is gonna be the cheesesteak. Let's go ahead and check these out. All right, guys, this one right here is the cheesesteak. You have some melted provolone cheese on there. You have the cheesesteak. A little concerned, it looks a little dry, but I think it's because the sandwich is nice and fluffy and it probably absorbed a lot of the juices. We're about to try it out and see how it is. Let's check it out. We're getting right into it today, so let's go. They cut it in half, I didn't notice. Oh no, there's a lot of juices. Okay guys, let's go ahead and check that out here. That looks really, really good. Let's go ahead and try this out. Oh my God. The cheese, nice and melted, nice and hot. It looked dry, but as soon as I bit down, all the juices went right into my mouth. Oh man, that is really delicious. I'm actually gonna steal one more bite even though I really shouldn't. The bread is super soft. It feels like a little cloud that you're biting into. It contours to the sandwiches really, really well. It absorbs a lot of the juices. The cheese is just like providing this layer to help stop the sandwich from getting too soggy. So I'm gonna try to show you guys one last thing here. All right, so if you guys try to take a look at this here. I'm trying to see if I can focus it. There you go. See, I'm gonna squeeze it ever so slightly. You see all those juices? That is so good. All right, the light, I'm gonna take one more bite. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna have the meatball sub sandwich. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and check this out. So the sauce itself is homemade, according to them. It has a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top. There's 4 meatballs on here. We're gonna see, I'm hoping that it wraps it around because of how cloudy. I mean, look at this bread. Look how soft this is. This is like super soft. Not crispy or crunchy at all, but let's go ahead and try this out. Take a nice bite and hopefully it holds us together because this is a challenge in most places. All right, here we go. So the meatballs, really, really good. Really juicy, really flavorful. The sauce, it's a lot more sweet than I wanted. The cheese is slightly melted, but not quite as melted as I would have wanted it. I wish it was a little bit warmer because it feels warm rather than hot. Flavor's not bad, but I think the tomato sauce, in my opinion, is a little bit sweet, but still, decent bite. I'm gonna try another one. It almost tastes like you're eating a sweet sausage pizza. All right, guys, the next thing that we're gonna try is their regular sub. Here's your typical Italian sub. Check it out. So the inside here has different toppings. It has ham, cheese. You have like all the other toppings on the inside so it doesn't make a mess, like basically your lettuce, sauces, oil. It has oregano on the top. Banana peppers. Let's go ahead and just kind of push this down. Let's go ahead and just try this out and see how it is. I'll take one big bite out of this one. This one's nice and cold compared to the other one, so keep that in mind. The other ones were warm and hot. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check the inside of this one. So it has a decent amount of ham. It's not quite as loaded as I'm used to. There's also some pickles and stuff, and there's extra toppings in between the different meats that they put on there. Really good flavor. The hint of freshness from that lettuce and from the banana peppers, really good. I kind of wish I tasted a little bit more of the meat, but it's good, but there's something missing from this one. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and try all the sides right before we get into the last subs. Let's go ahead and check these out. So these right here, they're golden crispy fried onion rings. I'm gonna go ahead and try this one out and see how it is. Nice form. They're burnt golden perfection. Let's go ahead and try and see if it's as good as it looks. Here we go. Outside's nice and crispy. The inside is really sweet, which I like. Unfortunately, they did cool down quite a bit. but I typically don't like onion rings and I'm eating them without any sauce, so that kind of shows you something. Okay, the next one that we're gonna try here is gonna be their curly fries. I do like the way they look. They look decently seasoned. Let's go ahead and check this out. So this is the next side option that you can get. I am gonna get a little bit of ketchup here. It's nice and cold. Let's go ahead and get this edge right here. Let's try this out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I try to hold the laugh there. I feel like I'm very immature, but we're gonna go ahead and just grab one of these. We're gonna dip it in here and try this out. Here we go. Okay, that side's slightly crispy. So this is pretty good. The ketchup, it's your typical ketchup, nothing special. They're a little bit too greasy, they're not too bad. Nice crunch on the outside. Seasoning is good. It's a little light in my opinion, but not bad. I will say, now that I've eaten a few more of them, it's kind of strange, but the seasoning does build up in your mouth. So the individual fry is not overwhelming, but the more you have, the more you can taste it. All right guys, and these right here are gonna be the last fries. These are just your typical straight classic fries. Let's go ahead and check these out. All right, see right here. I will say they were nice enough to give me some in the beginning, but unfortunately they were extra crispy, which actually I preferred, but because they look kind of burnt, they went ahead and switched them out for fresh ones. So you can see the salt seasoning on there. We're gonna go ahead and try these out. Okay, so these fries are freshly made, not soggy. They're not quite as crispy as I like them, but it's a solid potato. The other ones were extremely crispy and I really like those, but I guess they thought that it looked really burned, so they wanted to get me some nicer fresh ones. I think this one could have used a little bit more. Still, no special seasonings or anything like that. It's just your typical fries. They're like a softer, non-crispy version of McDonald's fries in my opinion. All right guys, this is gonna be the last sub here. This is a crispy chicken sub sandwich. Let's go ahead and check this out. So I'm a little perplexed with this one. So this one looks pretty much like a regular, but then on the top, they put like little chicken nuggets, or I don't know what you wanna call these, but yeah, they're essentially chicken nuggets. We ended up getting them, I believe, with blue cheese. Could be wrong, I might have gotten them with something else. Might have been mayonnaise actually, now that I think about it, but you have the option of blue cheese, ranch, or mayonnaise. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can try to push this down so we can get it wrapped around and try it out. But you have your typical tomatoes, you have your American white cheese, you have banana peppers. Yeah, enough talking, let's try it out. It's kind of strange because this one's a cold sub, and then it has the crispy chicken on it, but let's see if I can try to push this down. All right guys, it's the best I could do. These crispy chickens, freshly made, nice and hot. All the other vegetables and the bread itself is nice and cold. The bread's room temperature, but that, in my opinion, that contrast of like the cold of the vegetables and toppings, the saltiness of that American cheese, and the crunchy and crispiness and pepperiness of this chicken, and the creaminess of that background and acidity from the banana peppers. In all honesty, it comes together really, really well. I think it might have been better if it was chicken strips, but the way they do this, they make sure that every single bite that you get some chicken, so not bad. All right guys, we're gonna go ahead and try the wings now. So these aren't mine, these are actually Laszlo's wings. They were nice enough to give us some. And then they also gave us two plain to try two separate sauces. They have different sauces here. So this right here is gonna be the Grandfather 2. This is barbecue sauce mixed with mustard and hot sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this one out. It smells really, really good. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and grab this. Nice and crispy on the outside. That skin is super crispy, non-breaded it doesn't look like, which is awesome. All right, let's go ahead and try this sauce and see how it is. This is the Grandfather 2 sauce. All right guys, here we go. Flavor of this Grandfather 2. You have the sweetness from the barbecue, the tanginess from the mustard, and you have the heat. I know essentially I'm just describing the ingredients of the sauce, but that's the flavors that you get in your mouth as soon as you start eating that piece. Not bad at all. We're gonna try the Scotty. The Scotty is basically, I believe, buffalo sauce with some minced garlic and honey, right? No, not honey. Teriyaki sauce, not honey, sorry. So teriyaki sauce, buffalo sauce, and minced garlic. Let's go ahead and just dip it in there. Coating that wing perfectly. Let's go ahead and try it out. It's pretty good. I'm dipping it like a lot. Let's go ahead and try it now. It's not bad, but the sauce isn't really overwhelming. It honestly feels like a very mild buffalo sauce to me. That Grandfather 2 sauce though, that's a really good mix of flavors right there. It reminds me of Pete's famous barbecue sauce from his ribs. Really good. In all honesty, in my opinion, I really do like this place. All the subs were pretty dang decent. They're pretty good, like in flavor, toppings. You can customize it quite a bit. There's a lot of different options. I will say, the cheesesteak, I really regret that we only ordered one. I'm probably gonna finish the one that my wife didn't finish because I ended up getting her the foot long because I thought it was gonna be really good, and I was right that it was gonna be really, really good. At least the one that she got. It was phenomenal. One of the best cheesesteak sandwiches that I've had here in Orlando so far. So it's a really small shop. I mean, it's nice and homey. I would very highly suggest you guys come to visit, checking them out. They've been around, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, since 1958. They've kept most of the recipes as original as possible. Yeah, definitely give this place checking out. I ended up getting some iced tea. Nothing special there, just typical iced tea.
Yeah.
But 100% cheesesteak, recommend it. And just get any other sandwiches that you want. With that said, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely come check this place out. Can't say it enough. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. It really helps out the algorithm so we can keep pumping these videos out. With that said, I will see you guys next Sunday. And until then, let's just keep on eating.